This is officially the first pilot of the Lawrence Reese Wrestling Podcast.
Yes, sir.
Name in the works. Name definitely in the works.
Yeah, I'll figure it out. I'm probably high or something.
I definitely wanted to call it Fourth Rope, but
Fourth Rope.
Fourth Rope.
It's not bad though. It's not a bad one.
Yeah,
it's a good start.
We got get up with Griselda and them up in Buffalo. But
I'd love to have them on here.
Or like off the turnbuckle or something.
Yeah,
like
off
that.
the turnbuckle. That's a little too like. I want to go with like a more punny.
Okay.
Name.
A little more punny.
Yeah.
Something like heel related.
Yeah, like this my era.
My era.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or something like more punny but more wrestling and comedy involved.
Like the real wrestling fans will get it.
Yeah.
Okay. I will be the producer.
Yes.
Gerard Fortune.
Right.
Let's start off by where did I first meet you? It was definitely around Marty and Derek.
Of course, I'm always with the homies.
It was definitely around.
Maybe at the stand or some shit.
Maybe.
Or maybe before that.
It was probably before it was like pandemic type ish.
Yeah, like maybe doing an outside mic. Good times.
Definitely. And we always click up. Talk,
you just a cool black dude.
Appreciate you.
Cool
man.
Black dudes that stay out of trouble are very dope to be around. Cause you're like, how did that happen? How are you a black dude that don't get in trouble? I don't understand.
I had a pretty loving family. It's kind of hard to.
It's just some people are just not involved in shit. I just don't understand it. Like people know you, but they never see you.
Got you.
I'm like you're like a fucking ghost.
Got you. I was definitely running around, little rugrat out here. I got up here 2018. And just
started meeting people and shit.
Yeah, just went outside immediately. Like I came here to do stand up comedy.
Because you started back in the day.
What is that like? I started in 2016 down in North Carolina.
What was North Carolina like?
It was cool. It's chill. It's a small market, but you get to see every level of comedy.
Because everybody goes through there.
People come through there. You got the local scene.
Yeah.
Multiple clubs. I got to start at Dead Crow Comedy Room in Wilmington, so I got to actually like see a lot of like national touring headliners, people on TV, things like that. But hurricane hit, things were pretty bad. Got an offer, invite from some family out in East New York. It was like, if you want to come up here and try comedy.
He was like, I know you down bad, but come to the hood.
Pretty much.
Come to a bad place.
But once I got there, I was immediately reminded of my birthplace of New Jersey. I'm like, this is the same.
So you're born in the East Coast. It's different.
It's the same. It's the same thing.
You from Jersey. That's the same shit.
Same.
But growing up in North Carolina probably was fun.
To an extent, it got very limiting very quickly.
Yeah, but I feel like y'all kids that grow up in the South is like that's how you're supposed to grow up.
Okay.
It's like peace and quiet, not too much going on. You just be yourself. Even if you get into shit, you're not really gonna get into a lot of shit.
Okay.
There ain't much shit to get into.
This is very true. And when you get into some shit, it's some shit.
Yeah.
it's some shit.
But like you ain't gonna go like do crazy shit because there ain't much around.
How about yourself with you and your folks? Where you originally from?
I'm from the Bronx, but I grew up in Virginia and the Bronx.
Okay.
So I went to school in Virginia and then came back here when I was 18. When I was growing up Bronx and Virginia.
Okay.
My dad is a gangster.
All right.
In prison right now. Free my pops.
Free pops.
My mom's a teacher. Wasn't always a teacher though, so don't blame me on that. My brother's always had good jobs. But he's a truck driver. Okay. My sister does mad different shit, and she got kids. So family's all the way around.
So like me, you got to see a nice spectrum of people.
Yeah, I'm not one of them dudes that lie about their life on stage. Niggas be trying to act like they grew up like the worst scenario ever. I'm like, no, you're not Richard Pryor.
Right.
You didn't grow up with a drug dealer. Like my parents was wild, but like. They also got respect. You're not just gonna disrespect us in this house.
Got you.
Like we did a lot of fucked up shit. Like it was in and out of jails and breaking into shit and a lot of fights and I had anger management classes and detention and all that shit. But like we still had like food every night.
Once you home, then you home.
Yeah, type shit.
I feel you. I feel you on that. Very similar.
But my dad's crazy, so yeah.
I can relate. I got
my brother's crazy,
pops.
so I grew up all that
pops. Shit. Got you.
Yeah, I got mad stories and shit like that.
Okay. And we've also spoke before how you come from a family that is pretty much obsessed with wrestling.
Yeah, my dad loved wrestling. My brother's just as crazy as me with it, but that's pretty much it.
Okay.
And most women don't really get into wrestling.
At least not for the wrestling.
Yeah, not for the wrestling. They probably looking at dick, but
muscles.
And most men are looking at dick, so
it's kind of hard not to see.
Yeah, you wearing tights and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I will say the wrestler's fit is really important to who your favorite wrestler as a kid. The fit is like, I could fuck with that.
Okay.
Like Stone Cold's fit was like fire.
This is very true.
Came out with the vest, name on it, tights, black boots. Like he was just regular with it, but the vest.
The vest set it off.
It was everything. And he had the gold chain when he was younger with it.
Oh, yeah, when he still had hair, right?
Yeah, when he was bald, he had the chain in the earring.
Okay.
He was crazy with it. He just looked like he didn't give a fuck.
Okay.
Rock's fits were always crazy with it. Triple H's gear was lit. Nobody's gear like Shawn Michaels, though.
Shawn Michaels is a 101. He's up there for me.
Him and Ric Flair's.
Yep.
Yeah. Their gear is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
Very flamboyant, but you're like, damn, this dude.
He really got all the hoes, though.
He about to lock me up.
Like, no one lives life like Shawn Michaels.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you got to hear Shawn Michaels tell his stories. Like, he said back in the day when you was a wrestler coming up, you either get $50 or $50 of cocaine. And he's like, 9 out of 10 times, I took cocaine.
Dang.
And I'm like, it makes sense, though.
Okay.
But I'm like, imagine that was, like, back in the day, comics got that type of deal. You want drinks or you want money? Which in most comics, they took liquor more than 9 out of 10 times.
That's probably why drink tickets are so popular now.
Yeah.
So
even when we first started, that's all they would give us for, like, mics and shit was drink tickets. They like, he got to give you something to keep you going.
I've been getting a lot of clips on my TikTok feed while it's still a thing now.
Yeah.
Like a lot of clips from like AE documentaries or like documentaries from like Vice and whatnot. Like how rough it was on the road.
Of like for wrestlers?
For wrestlers. So like Stone Cold speaking specifically about like in between like
that shit hurts, dog.
It does.
Like comics, we got it bad, but like imagine just doing what you do but actually hurting your body.
Every night
for no money.
No money. He said that, Stone Cold said that he would go to the supermarket, get a sack of potatoes and a couple cans of tuna fish.
I've been down before bad where I had $5 to last a week and I went to a Dollar Tree, ordered and got 4 cans of chicken in the can and a big soda, and that lasted me a week.
You make it work.
That's all I had.
When you gotta make it work.
But that's all them dumbass niggas for not stealing from the store. A nigga like, just steal from the store, nigga.
But you knew better, Lawrence.
No, I didn't, nigga. Steal from the store, nigga. Always steal from the white man.
Come on, man.
Fuck you just, who the fuck is walking? Nigga will be upset with you to just spend $5 at the store. I'd rather you, at least you got courage. Like, nigga, steal $20 worth of shit to make it last than just paying $5 for a can. What? So
would you say that Stone Cold should have wrestled his way out of the supermarket with a month's worth of groceries?
I'm not saying wrestled, but at least be more slick than that.
Okay.
Hey, nigga, you're a bodybuilder. You can't just survive off that.
He said he made it work. He was like, he would eat the potatoes raw potatoes.
That's insane.
A raw potato.
What is a raw potato doing for you?
It's filling your stomach up.
No, it ain't, nigga. You could cut that up and dice them shits up and grill them shits. He from Texas, ain't they?
I believe so.
Them niggas always got shit. Always got shit. Come on, dog.
Yeah, but that's one of the more extreme circumstances I've heard of
I think Mick Foley, he grew up pretty rough with his wrestling career was pretty rough with it.
And I think that's why he stayed the way he did.
Nigga always look homeless.
Even
bad
at the
bitch
top,
though.
Even at the top.
He got a bad bitch wife though. But you see Mick Foley when he was young though. He wasn't no ugly dude. He had long hair.
He don't got the mane no more. Nah, he don't got the mane anymore. Yeah, man, like the wrestling culture, like not to compare it to stand-up comedy at all, but I could see that journey.
It ain't nothing easy.
Nah.
Ain't no wrestler made it at like 21.
No.
They all be like late 20s, early 30s that's finally getting there. But it also depends, like, it's like comedy in a way. Like, which career you taking? You want to be the main star, and you got to sacrifice everything to get there? You want to be the man that has a fan base that no matter what you do, you're going to have supporters that you might not be the biggest attraction, but you could always pack out a house? Or you want to be the guy that just is known for killing? And known for being a stand-up dude, great wrestler, but might not be able to fill out the room, but is going to eventually be that guy, though. Like, he's respected. There's so many different ways you could take it.
All right. So with those 3 categories, could you give me a wrestler in each 3?
Main star. That's like Rock and Austin.
Okay.
John Cena. That's that.
Okay.
Shit, number 1 ticket.
That's why we came here.
That's why we came here.
Okay.
In this field, where it's like, got a super fan base, but ain't gonna be the biggest attraction, I'll probably say like fucking Undertaker.
Okay.
I'd probably say like motherfucking Triple H is a big star. Chris Jericho.
Okay.
That was like Chris Jericho, Rey Mysterio, Chris Benoit, Edge.
Road Warriors.
That's them.
Okay.
Ain't always gonna be number 1. Take them a while to get to number 1, but they got a fan base that will literally support them no matter what they do.
Okay.
And then you got dudes that's like literally respected, hardcore legends. That's like Mankind. That's like motherfucking. Who's someone that's like that? That's like motherfucking Nakamura.
Okay.
Sensei Nakamura.
Okay.
That's like motherfucking. Back in the day, I was like fucking. That's like Ric Flair. Dudes that's respected no matter what they do. They always gonna be their name, but they always gonna have like a downfall, but they still gonna be respected no matter what they do. They don't need the title to be the man.
Oh.
That's them guys.
Okay.
That's them guys. Their name is always there. You know, some dudes need the title. That's like RVD.
Okay. Yeah.
They don't need the title to be the man. They don't. When he's even in the arena, people are looking at him. You want him just in the match just because of what he brings. Like RVD ain't never been the number 1 dude, but he always been the fan favorite.
And he's been in multiple like major like WCW, ECW.
Look how long it took him to become champ. He was the man at ECW and never won the world title. He didn't win the first world title of his career until 2006 when he won the Royal Rumble. At ECW One Night Stand, that's when he first won. It was Money in the Bank. That's when he first won the world title, like his first world title. He's always been Intercontinental Tag Team Champ type guy. Like, he's the longest reigning television champion in ECW history, but he never was the world champion. Technically, the last ECW champion in ECW history is Rhino. And you know who Rhino is?
I'm familiar with him, yeah.
He's a legend in ECW and TNA. He had some good runs in WWE, but he's always been like Indies. He's like one of them dudes. Indies respected type of guy. He started with Edge and Christian. That's how long he been doing it.
Got you.
Like, he's that type of guy.
Okay. All right. Interesting.
Yeah.
This is what I always enjoy about talking to wrestling fans.
Break it down for you.
One of my boys, Joe Lefevre.
Okay, he's Jewish?
He is not. Started comedy with him in North Carolina. Huge wrestling fan.
I feel like North Carolina got a lot of wrestling.
Especially
because they got like the derbies type shit.
Especially people like the Hardy Boys coming from there. That's what they got their start.
Yeah, the Hardy Boys is like that too. They were number 1 at the time, but like they always maintain like just being themselves. Those guys. Matt Hardy's one of the most creative wrestlers ever.
Really?
He went from being the Hardy Boy tag team to his own shit where he literally was doing Twitter shit before Twitter was even a thing.
What you mean?
Like, his entrance would have how he feels of the day. Like, his entrance would show a screen with him literally messaging his fans how Matt Hardy's doing today. And he called it version 1 because it was literally version 1 Matt Hardy. It's like going on Twitter, but like, or like Facebook days, or like, how would you feel today? It's like IG Live. He was doing that in 2003.
Oh, wow.
Before that was a thing. Then he transformed to the whole, he went to TNA. and he started the whole thing with delete. That changed the whole fan. He brought a new fan base with that. Cause it's literally delete, and then he brought Jeff Hardy with it. Cause Jeff Hardy was raising TNA. They came back. He went back to TNA, and then it was brother Nero and brother Matt, and they started this whole thing with delete. Like he's on some universe shit, like real dark path type shit. And then he just created that whole new swag, and then he went with that. And then he's always just repeating himself where he's like, I'm the businessman, Matt Hardy, where like I throw money and shit. He got a bad bitch wife and shit. Bring her involved and shit. You know, Hardy Boys are always going to be the Hardy Boys tag team. It's like so different. It's way too many levels to him.
Why did they split up?
As a tag team,
yeah.
It's like storyline shit.
Okay.
It's not like they hate each other. They're real brothers in real life.
I mean, I figured they didn't. I was just curious because around the time when he went
it's just
solo,
a good way to become a singles competitor when you split up the tag team.
Okay.
You can't be a good singles competitor and be tag team champion because now you need, like, how you beefing with people one-on-one and then you also got to defend your tag title. That don't make no sense.
Kind of like a Christian Edge situation.
Yeah. Okay. So if you want to be a good single competitor, they'll write a storyline where, like, all right, beat up your brother, so now you start that feud, so that feud gets you into a title feud. So then you can become a singles competitor. Okay. And it's actually better for both of y'all, so y'all branch out and your fan base can see, like, oh, you actually can become a better wrestler.
Okay. This is what I'm talking about.
You know what I'm saying?
This is what, like, cause
you get deep into it.
I didn't keep up with wrestling the entire time. I
hear that a lot.
When I first got really introduced to it, it was like right in the middle of the Attitude Era.
We all was kids when we saw it. Yeah.
So right in the middle of
nothing better than that era.
Raw was hot.
I got a hot take on that anyway. I'm gonna get to that.
What you got?
On Attitude Era. Attitude Era is so overrated. It's crazy. It's like the golden era of hip hop, bro. Now they say golden era hip hop is like this era where everybody was amazing. Nigga, it was like 5 good rappers in that era.
Okay.
You had Jay-Z, Biggie, Nas, Wu-Tang, and then you had a little bit sprinkled in between. Everyone else was like, okay. Attitude era of wrestling is so overrated because the 90s era focused on big names of anything. Everything is big names. Everyone else... So when you watching a Shawn Michaels match, you don't even care if it's good or not. You're like, oh, Shawn Michaels is there. I'm going to watch that shit. This is how an Attitude Era match went. You come out, you need the bad guy to be bad guy, the good guy to be good guy. Bad guy's the heel, good guy's the baby face. They'll fight. The villain's always going to find a way to stay the villain so he could keep the storyline going. So what does he do? He hits the nigga with a chair every time. That's it. There was no crazy ending. There was no creative way of getting the storyline to keep going. When the villain is losing, he grabs a chair and he hits him, gets disqualified. The good guy wins by disqualification. The bad guy's still the villain. That's the storyline. That's not that creative, dog. That's like every match. I know that shit. Triple H would be getting his ass kicked and out of nowhere just grab a sledgehammer.
He was known for getting that sledgehammer.
The Dudley Boys would be getting washed, and then they just get a table. Undertaker be getting dogged and the lights cut off. Nigga, what? Nigga, what are we doing here? Kane just set nigga on fire? Like, what we doing?
I remember.
Like, come on, dog.
So, like, it was like Attitude Era into like 2001, 2 when I stopped.
Yeah.
This is like,
you stopped at 02? That was a great time.
And this is like right before Kurt Angle like shaved his head.
Kurt Angle was amazing.
Start going crazy.
He's the best natural wrestler ever.
Okay. I definitely agree. I put him.
Like amateur wrestler. He's one of the best. He won at every level. He did high school, college. He went to the Olympics, and he literally beat every wrestler like amateur wrestling style. The amateur and WWE style are two different things. WWE's like entertainment. Amateur's like, nah, I'm gonna really work your body. Pause.
Stump, chest to chest, suplex, like technical
3-point position.
Got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Real shit.
Because I didn't come back until like 05, 06, right before.
That's still a good time though. That's when John Cena's run was starting.
That was a great time. That's when they were really hyping up the Undertaker's like
return.
His return.
Because Undertaker dies every like year,
and he came back as the American Badass.
Like the fuck, and then he dies again. He comes back with the regular Undertaker look.
Right.
He was yoked though when he came back.
And this was like around the time of like Great Punjabi.
Yeah.
Who else? Matt was solo.
Big Show was still there.
Matt not Matt. Mark Henry.
Mark Henry.
He was starting
the most underused wrestler of all time.
Yeah, with a title like World's Strongest Man.
Well, it was real though. He actually was winning and shit like that. But like he was just so underused because in real life, Mark Henry could kill you.
Yes, with one
like
hand.
in real life.
Yeah.
Get him fight, and he's from Texas, so that's Southern States.
Mm-hmm.
That strength, bro. Like he could really kill you in real life. It's like Big Show. If Big Show wanted to, he could beat anybody, anytime, anyone.
He pinned somebody up against the wall.
Nigga, his finishing move was choke slam you and just lay on you.
Yeah.
Like he made Canty look small.
He did.
I went to a wrestling event when I was younger, cause
conventional event.
Huh?
Well, you said a wrestling.
Yeah.
So you went to a match?
Yeah, I went to like a real live event.
What year was this?
I forget, but this one was unmasked, so it's probably around like 05, 06.
That was a
shit.
very eerie time.
Very dangerous time, because you like, I believe this nigga.
Who didn't believe?
Yeah, and you walk around with a hook. Like it's crazy, right? And then that's why I was backstage walking through the arena, because to get to the seats you got to walk through the arena and you see wrestlers. I saw the Big Show. I had never seen nobody that tall. I was like, that's not a known person. Like he gotta be mixed with like alien or something.
Really?
His hands is this table. His hand is this table, dog. Have you seen him and Shaq next to each other?
How old were you?
Middle school.
Okay. So you know more than like 5'5", 5'6" around that time.
I'm 5'9" as an adult, nigga. I was probably shorter than that.
Got you.
I was like, what the fuck?
Just looking at this is
and
massive.
my dad is like 6'1",
and he still looked bigger.
I was like, nah, you take out the trash. that nigga is huge, dog. That nigga is huge, dog.
Okay.
And then we was sitting in like the third row type shit. I was with my mom and my dad. Sitting third row.
Oh, the family went to the wrestling
Yeah,
event.
my mom went to it was my birthday, so they were like,
Hell
we have
yeah.
to go. My mom don't watch this shit, but she's like, I'm gonna watch it here because we're here.
That's dope.
But that's the thing with women though, they don't like it on TV, but live, it's a different feeling.
Okay.
It's different shit. And we watched it. This is when Kane was like the villain with the. I saw this nigga come on the chain, nigga. I'm a tough nigga. Nigga, I hid behind my dad. I was like, who the fuck? Nigga, stop that nigga. That nigga is scary, and he was like right there too. As far too, I was like, this nigga racist. Nah. We the only black people right here. There's no way. Why he gotta come right here?
And this is post leotard, Kane, shirtless, no mask.
Yeah, set niggas on fire.
Look
shit crazy,
scary, terrifying. Okay.
It's crazy that he's a mayor now.
It's a wild transition.
Yeah,
it's a very wild transition.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay, so
he been doing it for a while though. You know, Kane before he became Kane, he was Isaac Yankems.
Isaac Yankems.
Yeah,
I'm
and
googling this
he
right
is
now.
known for getting his ass kicked from Bret Hart. Bret Hart had a match where he put his foot in his mouth. Isaac Yankems' character was a doctor who was just a weird doctor, but his move was to pull your teeth out during the match.
Hold up. Go back to the name.
Isaac Yankem.
Isaac
Yankem. He looked like his actual self. He had curly hair, big face, wasn't really muscle developed yet, but he was big as shit.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
He looked like a child.
Yeah, he looked scary as shit, right?
He looked young as hell.
Yeah. Early years.
Yeah, with the
Bret Hart
mullet.
beat the shit out this nigga in a match.
Really?
Put his foot in his mouth.
Wow.
And Bret Hart is a disrespectful nigga when it came to wrestling.
So was Bret Hart a heel or was he just that guy?
No, I think he became a heel.
Okay.
He was loved, beloved, but then we entered the era where we didn't like good guys.
Mm.
That's why Stone Cold was so big. Stone Cold was the villain at first, but then you realize this is what I want to fuck with.
Wrestling.
There's no one more fun than the guy that shows up to work and does whatever he wants. Like the nigga is literally showing up to work, drinking, which I don't know how he never got a DUI, driving, and just beating the shit out of his boss.
Yeah.
It's like every nigga's dream.
Yeah.
And you know where he's from, like his major fan base, they do that on a regular anyway.
Mm.
And so he became the good guy, and Bret Hart became the villain because he's wearing all pink, he's all prissy, he's all this guy, he's all that. He's talking about all his career guys. It's like when you roasting somebody, and they make it about like, yo, this is what I've done. I done this show. I got these shows. I'm like, yo, bro, you still don't get no bitches. That's literally what it was. That's literally what it was.
Like, yeah, you got 3 belts, but
like nobody came to your show. Like, good for you, dog.
Right.
So that's what it really was. And then Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels, I think Stone Cold and Rock is the greatest feud, but Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels didn't like each other in real life. That's why their shit was so amazing.
Okay.
Like, it's so much to their story. It's crazy. Like, Rock and Austin, it was just black dude, white dude. Looked similar, acted similar, and it just was so two personalities that was just. It's like the two popular dudes in school that just got a feud because everyone makes them.
Got you.
Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels did not like each other in real life. Like, there's a movie, I don't know if you ever seen it, where it shows you behind the scenes of the Montreal Screwjob from Bret Hart's point of view. Like, he literally punched Vince McMahon in the face. He fought Shawn Michaels backstage, pulled his hair. Like, that's some really pretty shit. Just pull your hair, like, and Shawn Michaels like, ow, don't touch me, we're just wrestlers. Nigga, what? No, nigga, you killed my brother. I got smoke, nigga.
Right.
They killed his brother, and this is how all this shit is connected. It'd be different if anyone else did it before Owen Hart did it. You know who did the same shit before Owen Hart did it?
Who?
Shawn Michaels. 96. The match that he beat Bret Hart to become his first title, he came down the zip line first. It's one of the most legendary entrances of all time. He's wearing all the white. Come down the entrance, does it. He went against Bret Hart. He beat Bret Hart in an Iron Man match to win the title. I think he beat him with his own move, too, where he put in a sharpshooter.
Oh, that's foul.
Yeah, some shit like that. But that was the Montreal Screwjob. He put him in sharpshooter. The regular shit, he literally beat him. Gets his first world title against Bret Hart, which is still, like, the best feud of all time. Owen Hart does it, falls, and dies at a pay-per-view during live television. At a pay-per-view during live television, Owen Hart falls from the top and dies. Still one of the most tragic wrestling events. It could have been anyone that does it. Why Owen Hart, though? While the Montreal Screwjob happened 2 years prior, and Bret Hart went to WCW and kind of like tarnished his name and shit because it just wasn't a good look. Like, yo, bro, like, it's too much shit. Cause you know Vince McMahon is an evil nigga.
At heart, yeah, he is. It's
like,
hard to
in real life.
It's hard to not look at him and be like,
yeah. But to get there, he had to be that though, cause he was like, I'm just gonna be the biggest villain there is. And sometimes people take their character too serious in real life. But Vince McMahon, that's who he was though. Like, even I will say, shout out to Miles. He said the best perspective. He said of all the white billionaires to do bad shit, no one gave us more shit than Vince did. He gave us wrestling. There was no such thing as that before him, really. Like, he was like, I know I'm a bad person. I know I'm a foul nigga. But he's like, yo, this is for all the kids out there. I'm going to make it where, like, you could literally be a kid your whole life. That's what being a wrestler is. That's how comics is. We're kids our whole life, basically.
Yeah, it's a
like,
lot of delinquency.
Yeah, like, we're fucking, that's why people in comedy act weird. Like, you just meet someone that is literally autistic all the time. I've met mad comics. They don't know how to have a conversation.
This is very true.
They got to do a bit during a conversation. Like, bro, you can't be yourself. That shit bomb on stage, too. Nigga, it's going to bomb here. Like, bro, like, be yourself first, and then it's like everybody don't know your humor yet. So you like,
right.
introduce yourself first, and then we get to the funny shit.
Right.
So it's like, it's wild. Like, Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels shit is just so crazy, and they were like just so similar. That's the crazy shit, because like they were very similar. Like, Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart was so against the pretty, flamboyant Shawn Michaels. But I'm like, in real life, this nigga was a goon. Like, Shawn Michaels, he was like, yo, like, every time we was outside, he be in a bar or a spot, some dude's girl looking at him. You know, Shawn Michaels is a pretty nigga. Ends up knocking the girl's boyfriend out, taking the girl. Done.
Come on, man.
Because he was drugged up, he was wild out. They say on the internet, they're having this debate right now. Who had a more dangerous run? Coked out Shawn Michaels in 97 or Perk Angle? It's tough.
Really?
Coked out Shawn Michaels did a lot.
Okay.
Started DX.
Mm-hmm.
Beat the shit out of Bret Hart.
Mm-hmm.
Super kicked everyone that is known.
This is true.
But Perk Angle was doing everything that shouldn't be wrestling.
This is very true.
That nigga was diving off of the entrance stage.
This is very true.
You seen that video, right?
Who hasn't?
Nigga
How can you not?
Perfect flip, though, by the way.
Perfect flip.
I've never seen a more angelic fucking somersault.
Onto another man's shoulders,
right.
And then stand up.
And then took the singlets off. Like, shit was beautiful. Shit was beautiful. I forgot how many perks he said he was taking a day. He said he was taking like 30, maybe 40 perks a day.
Lot.
I'm like, I don't even know how he's still alive.
He don't either. Nobody knows.
Yeah,
Nobody knows.
Bro. He's different.
He's an animal.
I seen that nigga jump off a steel cage, miss, hit the opponent, and get back up like nothing happened. I'm like, yeah, only perks will make you do that.
Oh, my God.
Because that's how you need to do it. Have you ever had a perk?
Nah.
Never had surgery or nothing like that?
Not just hearing him describe, like, okay, so I broke my neck, and it was like.
But he broke his neck like 3 times.
Kurt Angle's, and the time when he's like, okay, just give me the injection and what led to the perks.
Yeah.
When he was like, oh, yeah, I broke my neck again, and
yeah.
I'm like, nah, I have to wrestle.
Yeah.
They're like, all right, we'll just take this.
I truly don't ever believe that there's a match where Kurt Angle was 100% healthy. Because him and Shane McMahon's match, he had a broken tailbone.
Jesus.
He broke his tailbone off of, he tried to do the angle slam on the top rope, and he broke his tailbone. Tailbone. Nigga, your ass.
That's when I always get nervous watching a wrestling match.
Yeah.
When I see somebody doing a move not on the mat. When you like somebody getting speared off of a ladder.
Yeah.
Somebody trying to get choke slammed off the turnbuckle.
Right.
Like, I'm like, bro, I don't think your legs don't look steady right now.
That's how you know Shane McMahon was just about that action. Because, like, I mean, I watched the behind the scenes of the match, and they said, like, when he threw him through the glass, it was the 4th time because he wouldn't go through it.
Yeah.
He said the first time he threw him, he missed. Second time he threw him, it didn't break. Third time he didn't break. So he's like, I'm gonna just yonk him through it, threw him through it, and then like Shane McMahon was basically like out of it, and then he had to carry him to the ring, put him up, and then slam him. And Vince McMahon said, if y'all ever have a match like that ever again, it's gonna be a problem. He's like, none of y'all two should ever hurt yourself that much for a match. That's how you know Vince McMahon's like low-key black. Only black people make their rich kids work for shit. Like, yo, bro, you're a billionaire, and I gotta get my ass kicked for a match. Yo,
you want to own part of his company, right?
Right. I'm like, yo, bro, that's insane. I will say.
He used to put Stephanie out there, too.
Oh, you want to talk about shit, nigga? There's shit that they did back then they could never do today.
Nah.
You ever seen the storyline when Triple H and Vince McMahon and Stephanie got married on TV?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah.
So the whole shit is like, all right, so she was supposed to be marrying Tess, R.I.P. And then he finessed it where he took her and they got married. Took her to like some Las Vegas shit where they just they've all this shit. This bitch was laid out, passed out, drunk, sleep. And he says, yo, he basically married her for her to marry him in his voice. So they're married now because she can't say nothing. So he's passed out drunk. And he says the shit for her and the person can't tell. And then he says, guess what we did after that? I was fucking all night. She's passed out drunk, dog. That's rape. You could never do that today.
Wrestling is so wild, man.
Yo, there's so many storylines people don't understand. That's how funny wrestling is. First of all, there was a nigga that used to walk around thinking that his mop and him was together. Literally. There's a storyline when Big Boss Man Al Snow had beef, and Big Boss Man fed Al Snow's dog to him.
Jesus Christ. Jesus. I just saw a clip of Jake the Snake tied up Macho Man.
Yeah, and made him bite the snake.
And I was like, he's not really going. And then the snake just bit the shit out of his arm.
And I heard that they said when Jake the Snake came out there with the real snake, that was real. He's like, that wasn't part of it. You know why Jake the Snake is so legendary? He is the creator of the DDT.
One of the most deadliest moves I've ever seen in my
life. First
of
all, people sleep on DDT. In real life, that is the most dangerous move you can do to somebody.
You will kill somebody.
Choke slam is nothing to a DDT, nigga.
You will kill somebody.
It's literally taking your head and neck and slam you on the floor.
Just dropping. Face first.
And then the way he did it, he would snap it. You know, some people were like this, and like give you time. He'd be like this.
Just drop.
Snap you just straight to the joint. That shit is, he's the creator of the DDT, and he's also what set the Stone Cold era off. Because I don't know if you noticed, but when Stone Cold Steve Austin did his speech of Austin 316, he beat Jake the Snake Roberts to get it. That's how he won King of the Ring. And then he was like, he talked about your John 16, he talking about this. Well, Austin 316 says I just whooped your ass.
Okay.
That was to Jake the Snake Roberts because he beat him to become King of the Ring. He's the most legendary nigga of all time, bro.
All right. That was a lot. I just got a whole through the decades era quick cliff notes.
Yeah, there's a lot
of wrestling. That wasn't even like the meat of it. That's the.
Oh, there's a lot to get to.
That's what the fans already know.
Yeah, that's the real recognized real shit.
Okay, so let's close this out with let's get a wrestling story from you.
Like a wrestling story.
So like, tell us about the earliest match that you remember watching with your family, with your brother or your dad. What's the earliest match you could remember watching at home?
Damn, I remember watching Dudley Boys, Hardy Boys, Edge and Christian.
TLC match? The
first one.
It was the first one? Oh, that's
like 99, I think.
That had to be ridiculous.
It was insane to watch it because my dad loved the Dudley Boys because they put everybody at the table. I was young, so I liked the Hardy Boys.
Okay.
And my brother was like on Edge and Christian side because they was like fly. So we all was like at each other. They just going at it.
So the three of y'all were rooting for
everybody different. And I was like, yo, I like Hardy Boys because they had Lita too.
Yeah, they did around that
fly
time.
Fly bitch just jumping around doing everything they was doing. I was just like, yo, this shit's crazy. It's like literally like it was like straight silence. It was like, all right, Edge climbed up, then Devon take him down. But Ray going up, then Jeff takes him down. Like it's always something going on. But when Jeff Hardy did the Swanton bomb in front on the table of Bubba Ray in the middle of the shit, everyone became a Jeff Hardy fan. Like my dad was like, yo, what the fuck? I'm like a child. Like, I'm like an infant. I'm like 3-4 years old. I just remember that shit. But I just remember like my dad was like, did he really just do that shit?
Like the 20-foot ladder.
Yeah, like if you could rewind some shit back then, he would rewind it like 8 times. But that was a live event. Cause we was like hot wiring and shit to get the pay-per-view.
Okay, yeah.
So he was like, did he really just do that shit? And he was like, no, that's crazy. He couldn't believe that he jumped like that. And he hurt himself so bad to do it. Cause he was out for a minute.
This is the one when
and he had the yellow hair.
They had the tables out. They set the tables out outside the ring.
Yeah, and Bubba Ray was laying on it, and Jeff went on the ladder at the outside of the ring and jumped all the way down and did the swanton on him. And it's like that's what made Jeff Hardy a legend overnight from that move. And I just remember looking at him like, I'm gonna do that to a nigga one day. I'm gonna do that to a nigga one day. I'm gonna swan bomb a nigga one day. And everything. I was like, I'm gonna do that to a nigga one day. No lie.
That's wild.
I was like, that's always my dream to put somebody through a table in a fight.
Oh man. Yeah, because if you do that, you're legendary in whatever.
You going to jail for sure, but that shit, the cops gonna respect it.
They be like, wait, he did what?
He did, hold up. I don't even know what charge that is.
They be like, hold on, let me see the tape.
And they be like, oh shit, you see that shit, nigga? Nigga, little Jeff Hardy right here. Hold on. How the fuck?
That's funny.
How the fuck you do that?
That's funny. That is hysterical. Okay.
He's one of the greatest, bro. Even though he's like a drug addict and alcoholic and he needs to stop wrestling and just take care of his body. But he's one of the greatest to ever do it. I mean, my personal favorite wrestler all the time is RVD. But that's just me because RVD is just truly, truly the illest nigga. Like, he said he was high the whole time. and he just come out to the ring and just do whatever. Like, only a high nigga would think to throw a chair at you and then kick you.
His demeanor would be so, like, calm coming out to the ring.
But he was so, like, an asshole, though. Because he was, like, he never was, like, depressed. He was always like, yo, I'm better than you. He's like, you should be happy I took this match to fight you. Because I'm really what they're here to see. Like, yo, bro, like, my man had a man bun.
He did. He had the ponytail
back
shaking.
then.
Yeah.
Like, and ain't no one had gear like him. His gear was lit though.
Leotard.
Yo, it was like
fingerless gloves.
Yeah, he had the stripper boots.
Yep.
Like, yo, my shit, but all his shit was fly.
Yeah.
But you knew when RVD was lit because his hair was fucked up. He walked to the ring, his hair was all nice and shit, clean, all black. And then Mayweather didn't matter. You see his nigga's hair is roughed up. He got bleeding and shit, but he fucking niggas. And he was a big dude. And he would just jump anywhere in the ring. Only a high nigga would take a chair, throw you the chair, and then kick the chair.
Rob Van.
Everybody's done that.
Yeah, man.
Everyone's done that.
Yeah, man.
Like, no one has never done. Come on, bro.
Van. Yeah.
He's the illest.
Okay. All right. This is episode 1 of the books.
Right. We talked about a bunch of shit.
The pilot. This is an introduction, just to get people aware of what you will be listening to.
Well, I will be talking about and shit.
What you will be talking about, how we getting personal.
Then we're gonna have any episodes that just talk about like straight topics.
Is
like straight certain. I'm gonna shit on the '90s, so I will.
That was a very bold thing for you to say.
I feel like most wrestlers and like people that know wrestling know like the '90s is overrated.
Okay.
Most of us is. I know the old heads gonna be like, yo, Attitude is the greatest ever. You ain't got no Rock, Austin, Triple H. That's cool, but you're not gonna act like 2002 was not better than '90s. That's when everyone became better at wrestling.
Okay. All right. And with that, that's the end of episode 1 of the.
Fuck you, nigga. Talk to your mom about how I feel.
Lawrence Reese.
I need an intro for this shit. Let me do an intro right now.
Wrestling podcast.
This is Lawrence Reese. This is my wrestling podcast. And if you got a problem, I don't give a fuck. Eat a dick, nigga.